Now, in terms of media bias, I would emphasize how subtle I think it could be, and I'd like to draw attention to at least one subtle cognitive bias that I think you see at play sometimes. So back whenever, like 12, 13 years ago, 14 years ago, whatever, I was writing an online column for the New York Times, and there was some kind of reception at the time in the Times building or something that I went to, and I got to talking to an editor on the foreign desk, and I said, I've noticed something. Your Jerusalem bureau chief, when he reports like bad things that Bibi Netanyahu does, kind of things that aren't going to play that well in the American media, he seems to take pains within a few paragraphs to describe the political constraints that seem to make it hard for him to do otherwise. I said, when the Palestinian leadership does bad things, there's no reference to the political constraints on them. And he said, yeah, we've noticed that. And I said, well, so wait, this is okay, like a systematic bias? And he said, look, I don't run this paper. So the New York Times was aware of this. And I want to talk about the cognitive bias because it is so underplayed. It's called attribution error. And the way it works in its full form is when your friends or enemies do something bad, your friends or allies do something bad, you explain it away with circumstantial, situational factors.
Incentives.
My daughter didn't get a nap, right? Whereas the kid who hit her on the playground is just a bully. Yeah. When it's your enemy or your adversary, you explain it in essentialist terms, in terms of their basic character, their basic disposition, okay? And when they do good things, it's the opposite. When your enemies do something good, well, it seems to be good, but there's actually a reason it is not reflective of them, and it works the other way with your. I don't know if I said that right. When your enemies do something good, it is not taken as reflective of their character. I think if you pay attention, this is everywhere. It drives conflict everywhere, and I think it was on display in that case. And I doubt that the bureau chief was even thinking about it. Okay, he wasn't doing it on purpose. He was identifying more with the Israeli government than with the Palestinians.